right, welcome to Life Extension Live. Yay!
Woohoo!
I'm your host, Dr. Mike, and I'm here with Dr. Crystal. Welcome, Dr. Crystal. Always great to see you.
Yes.
So today,
Same to
this is
you,
a
Dr. Mike.
this is a big one. Listen, eye health, right? I'm going to tell you a story about eye health. It's a personal story.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I told you this, but eye health is one of those things where it could be perfect for all your life.
Mm-hmm.
And then all of a sudden, like within a month or so,
Mm-hmm.
I need glasses. I can't even see. So this is a major, major issue. Don't laugh at me.
No, I hear this story all the
issue
time. And
for
there are
people.
times where I wake up and I think it's today the day.
Yeah, that I can't see. Yeah. All right. So glaucoma, macular degeneration, cataracts, dry eyes, eye fatigue, right?
Yeah.
We're going to talk about, and Robson just put that slide up so you can see. So stick with us. If you are in any of those categories, stick with us because we're going to talk about nutrients that can help, right?
That's right.
All right. So let's get going. Let's start with, I want to start with dry eyes.
Okay.
I mean, no reason. I just want to start with dry eyes.
Okay.
I think this is a common complaint for people, whether they're 20 or 70, right? Like dry eyes kind of like covers everybody. So tell us like what's going on with that.
Well, it's a couple of things. One, maybe you're not producing enough tears. It could be because your tears are evaporating faster than they should. You often find people who've had the LASIK eye surgery have dry eyes. And it's actually common to have it, the first few months after the eye surgery, but some people, it persists in those individuals. Post-cataract surgery, anyone who's had those type of eye surgeries may be experiencing this. And so those are some of the reasons why, that's kind of what's going on with dry eyes. Sometimes it's staring at the computer screen, or maybe you're doing a lot of reading. And so I know we're going to go over kind of one lifestyle tip and one nutrient suggestion. And I think that's a good place to start for someone who they don't really know why, or maybe they have had those surgeries and they're just trying to cope every day.
Right. So when let's just stick with dry eyes for a little bit, right? And if you're somebody that's dealing with this, let us know in the comments. What are some of the things you've tried? What are some of the things, maybe even prescriptions, right, that you're trying to do? And one of the things, Dr. Crystal, I wanted to talk about when it comes to dry eyes is a lot of people do the eye drops for this, right?
Yes.
Over and over and over again. Not maybe the best choice, right?
Very true. I'm so happy you brought that up. I forgot about that. So my husband had the LASIK eye surgery. So, and my sister as well. And my dad had cataract surgery. So I'm a little bit of, not really an expert on it, but I've seen the struggle with the eye drops. And I'm not going to say the brand, but there is a brand that my husband, he felt like they were the best eye drops ever. He bought them, ordered them, had tons of them and used them on a regular basis. And finally, I think he'd gone to the doctor and the doctor said, you're not supposed to be using those all the time. Right. So that's something you really should check with your doctor, whatever you're using, because those eye drops are not always meant to be used routinely.
Right. So what do you think? Well, if that's the case, what can we do? So dry eyes, either you're not producing enough moisture or it's evaporating too fast, like what have you. So like, what do you think about that? Like, what are some of the nutrients? What are the studies showing on that?
Well, one nutrient in particular, Maqui berry, has been shown in research to improve tear production. In one study, and I actually have some notes here, an oral extract of Maqui berry, about 60 milligrams of Maqui berry, led to a 72% improvement in dry eye symptom scores. And, just on a side note, I would like to couple that with omega-3s, because there is actually a lipid film over the eyes that prevents the evaporation of those tears.
Okay. Yeah.
It kind of sort of locks those tears in. And so there's research showing that maybe adding in the omega-3s, many people are taking them.
I like that.
But if not, the omega-3s can help to lock in your tears.
Yeah. All right, let's move to eye strain. That's a big one, right? Like everybody's looking at, like I'm staring at a, that's your, I wish I had the glasses you gave me.
This moment, Dr. Mike.
The glasses you gave me for this did not look that good. Do you remember those? You don't remember
yes.
those, do you? So we're
yes, I gave them to you on a show.
Yes, you did. And they were like this big. You saved me the best for you. So like both of us right now, we're staring at a screen. Right?
Yes.
I'm staring at a camera. I got a light in front of me. Like that, it makes it tired. You get tired.
Yes.
Right? So tell us about some lifestyle things, maybe some nutrients that'd be good for that.
Yeah. So I'll take these off just so you can kind of see. So there are these eye exercises you can do. So if you have to stare at a computer screen all day long, what you should do is occasionally look away and try to look far away. And that's you don't have to move your whole head, Dr. Mike. You can just look with your eyes. But it's just about kind of giving your eyes a chance to kind of just take a little break. Yeah, so it's an exercise because the eye has to adjust when you're looking at something up close versus looking far away. So you should do that occasionally. There's another exercise where you actually close your eyes, but I don't know if you can see. Well, you can't see my eyeball, but you may be able to kind of see that I'm moving my eyes in circles.
Yeah, it looks like you're in REM sleep.
Right. So if you close your eyes and you do that, that's an exercise that may be able to help as well.
You know what's funny? I'm trying to do that and I can't help but move my head. Like I'm like,
Dr. Mike.
Does that work?
No, you're moving everything but your eyeball.
I'm not good at that. But what about, okay, so looking away is great. I think that's a great suggestion. Nutrients for eye fatigue. What do you think? Top
nutrient is astaxanthin.
Oh, I like that one. Tell the audience, let's make sure they understand what that is first.
Yes, it's an antioxidant. It's what makes flamingos pink, what makes krill orangish red. I always like to bring that up.
Yeah.
But it's one of the most powerful antioxidants. It can get inside of the cell and outside. So it can kind of target fatty areas in the body as well as water soluble areas. So I like to think of it as a universal antioxidant in that way.
Nice.
But it, about 6 milligrams of astaxanthin. There is some research with 5 milligrams as well, but 6 seems to be a nice dose where we're seeing that it helps with what we call accommodation of the eye. And it's the ability of the eye to kind of adjust whenever you're looking at something up close and then you need to quickly look far away as well.
That's a big thing as you get older. Accommodation goes down, no doubt, right? Like when I was younger, I could be like focused on a small print menu or Word doc, whatever it is. And then when I look up, man, I adjust fast, right? I don't do that anymore. I adjust very slowly. So my accommodation is down, which means astaxanthin could maybe help, right?
I would give it a try, Dr. Mike.
What about this study? You shared this with me. I'm reading this on our outline here. In a study on adults with cataract. Is that cataract? Where are we at? We're
Yeah,
on.
that's mhm.
I messed up. Hold on, guys. Everybody slow
That's
down.
okay. But
Uh,
since we're talking about cataracts, let's go ahead and talk about
we
cataracts.
might as well. No, but I wanted to bring up one thing about eye fatigue. What about blood flow with that?
Yes, it can increase blood flow to the eyes as well. And astaxanthin, it's something that you're not going to get a lot in your diet. So you typically have to supplement with it as
Unless
well.
you're a flamingo, they apparently get a lot.
Or yeah, if you eat a lot of krill and shrimp and lobster, you think about
Is
all
that
of
why
those.
salmon are pink too? Because they eat a lot of astaxanthin? Is that not?
No, they're eating the krill.
And
And
and they have
so,
the astaxanthin and all that. Yeah,
yes,
that's great.
the
All right,
circle of life.
let's let's go to cataracts because I jumped in on that study. So cataracts, obviously, this is big. I think a lot of people see it in their dogs. Dogs
Yes.
seem to develop cataracts pretty quickly in life, right?
So much so, Dr. Mike, a lot of the research with one of the nutrients that we'll talk about, carnosine, it's performed in dogs.
Yeah. So what's the link between cataracts and blood sugar? Because there's something there, right?
Right. So with cataracts, you have glycation of the lens in your eyes. So your lens should be clear. But whenever you have cataracts, it's cloudy, and a part of that process of cataract development relates to blood sugar damaging some of the proteins that's a part of the lens. And so that's the connection. When you look at something from a lifestyle perspective, or if you're wondering why is this happening, or my doctor's saying they're getting worse, you need to take a step back and look at your diet, look at the amount of simple carbs, sugars,
Yeah.
what are you eating, and get your blood sugar under control.
Yeah. Glycation is a big issue. We've talked about this before, right? And so
Mhm.
there are proteins in the lens that get glycated, right?
Right.
And that causes that milky, opaque
Right.
looking. Yeah.
Yeah, and I don't know if I explained it probably as clearly as I should, but glycation is the process where the sugars bind to proteins and
Yeah.
kind of renders those proteins non-functional. And this is a reaction that takes place if you have sugar and protein together.
Yeah.
It's bound to happen.
So if you are somebody who struggles with glaucoma, I mean, talk to your doctors, follow all that. But hey, think of it as a sugar issue.
Yeah.
Right. Lower sugar, your dietary sugars, eat more fiber, more soluble fats that can bind some of that up from your diet. Right. So think of
Yes,
some of
and
those
we
things.
actually, now the study that you were going to ask about.
Yeah.
So that was a study using eye drops containing carnosine for 3 to 6 months. Vision improvement was reported in all of the subjects. And there was also improvement in the cataracts.
Very, very nice. Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
And carnosine is a simple nutrient, very safe, over the counter.
Yep.
You don't
So-
need a prescription. So yeah.
Yep. And you, so as a supplement or even in an eye drop form.
Yeah. All right, let's move on to a big one, glaucoma, right? Glaucoma is the #1 cause of blindness in people over, 75? Something like that. There's a age there. I can't remember.
So why do you think that's the case? It's always, I mean, I have my theory.
Let's hear it.
I think it's because there are no symptoms. You don't know when your pressure's high.
Yeah.
The only one.
Interesting, right? That when it comes to high blood pressure or even high pressure in your eye, you don't feel it.
Right.
And you don't know that you have to get this checked, right? Which is why getting checked for glaucoma has become a more a natural part of most ophthalmologists, routine checkup, right?
Right. And the best way is to get those eyes dilated. And so I would say you want to make sure when they ask you, because it's usually an
Yeah.
option, don't decline getting your eyes dilated. Because
Okay, well, tell the audience what does that mean? Like, if I'm going to go into my eye doctor and I'm going to get checked for glaucoma, what should I expect?
well, you want them to be able to actually see inside of your your eye. So to me, it's like it's either having them look through a hole this small, that small, or look through a hole that, I want that if I'm going to take the time out, especially for me, probably take some time off work, go to the doctor. I want to get the bang for my copay buck. And I want you to
Good. That's good, right? I like that.
I want you
Your
to do your
copay
job.
Yeah, and that's why people leave with the big glasses, and it's shielding the light because they're so dilated, right? You can't see.
Right,
Yeah.
exactly.
So
But it's worth it.
when should people start getting checked for glaucoma? Is that like I'm in my 50s? I go to my eye doctor. Is it time for that? Or is it more in my 60s, 70s? What do you think?
Well, I would say this. If you have a family history of eye diseases, you need to start early. I mean, I was in my 20s getting my eyes. Well, if those of you who don't know, I wear glasses every day. I put on my contacts for our show, but for the most part, I'm in glasses. So, the going to the eye doctor, that's been my thing. And for as long as I can remember, I've been having my eyes dilated just because eye diseases run in my family. So it's a conversation you would want to have with the doctor.
Like when it's the right time, obviously. In my opinion, if you're in your 60s, you probably need to have your eyes dilated at some point.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, and we've got some comments here. Diane, thank you. Dilation only allows the doctor to see about 15% of your eye. Oh, so she's recommending digital retinal imaging. That number is
that's new stuff.
Yes.
That's my radiology group. That's what we do.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, Dr. Mike, Diane, Dr. Mike's excited now.
Yes. So we combine what the doctor sees in dilation with actual pictures. It's a cool little camera that goes around your iris and stuff that examines the entire field, and then it puts it together in this awesome image. I mean, I'm way before that time. I mean, we're talking, this is like brand new stuff, and it's really, really cool. But you still need to get dilated. That's still number one. That's the first step.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Yeah. So that's really cool. I'm glad somebody brought that up. But what do we offer? Like, what are we going to do for okay, so I have high pressure. What am I going to do? Like, what do we offer in the natural world?
Well, first, obviously, the lifestyle tip, don't go to your eye doctor, number one. Have routine eye appointments, get dilated. You don't want to find out too late. And number two, a combination of, excuse me, pine bark and bilberry extract. Those two combined, there's some really interesting research. Excuse me, Dr. Mike.
What are you doing? What's going on?
I better drink some water. That's what happens on the live show. You just have to roll with the punches.
You just gotta roll with. I'm just gonna let you sit there and fluster for a while.
Let me choke, Dr. Mike.
I'm not gonna say nothing.
Okay. See what I have to deal with, everyone. Oh, my mom's commenting.
All right. Should I just take this over?
Take it over, Dr. Mike. Rob said,
right.
take me off the screen.
French maritime bark or pine bark is a great thing for helping the eyes to release some of the pressure. So what is glaucoma? It's a buildup of pressure. Things don't flow as good. Happens as we get older. And so the pine bark extract has been shown to open up some of that, get some of that fluid moving, and that drops the intraocular pressure, which is what we want. And so it's a great way. And start early. If you have a family history, start early with pine bark extract. And that could be a great way to kind of help mitigate some of the damage that might come from high intraocular pressure. Crystal is now not choking anymore, so he's back.
I think I'm okay.
If you're choking, pine bark will not help you.
It may. You never know. Yes, and I want to comment. My mom is on. Hi, Mom. She said you should start at age 35 to 40.
Yeah. Listen, it's interesting. Here's the thing, though. Dr. Crystal, most people understand the need to get their heart checked, their like guys, prostate, women, breast, over colon, but here's the thing. No one puts eye checkups on that list.
Right.
So I think she's right. If you finally, whatever age you're at, if that's your first eye exam, get dilated. Right?
Yes.
Yeah. That's my opinion.
All right. So I think that we go through.
Yeah, we went through everything, right? Yeah, we got it all. That's awesome. Thanks for joining us, guys. Don't forget, there is a article that Life Extension wrote, 2 visionary nutrients for your mind and eyes. You can find that at lifeextension.com/wellness. lifeextension.com/wellness. 2 visionary nutrients for your mind and eyes. That's really cool stuff. Dr. Crystal, thanks for joining me today. It was awesome.
Thank you, Dr. Mike.
I'm glad you made it through your choking episode. That's really good.
I survived.
We didn't have to call 911 in the middle of a show. That's a good thing. All right, guys, everybody, thank you so much for joining. Don't forget, every Wednesday, we post a live show. So subscribe to all this, comment, like, share. We love the responses. Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.